back. Welcome back to Subjectively Correct, or welcome to Subjectively Correct if this is your first time. I'm Jake from the Final Take from R&R with Jake.
Wow.
This is Caleb.
This guy doesn't
This
upload
is-
videos.
this-
He's just gonna steal my thing.
This is Caleb from the Final Take. Today we are just doing a news show, going through current events, the Wonderman trailer, which unfortunately did drop, and the current abysmal state of the 2025 box office.
Maybe we shouldn't judge it.
Just from the 1 to 2 seconds of the trailer I saw.
Maybe it's pretty good. But you know, trailers can be misleading.
Trailers can be misleading.
That trailer looked pretty cool.
They released the episode durations for Wonderman. I believe the longest was 34 minutes. Most of them were like 30, 32, and then one episode was 23.
I got a question. When's this alleged Pulp Fiction or video coming out?
Well, okay, so right as I started scripting that, I got assigned an animation project, and I don't know if you know this, animating is really hard and takes forever. So literally all of the free time I had that I was gonna work on my Pulp Fiction video, I was like, oh, I'll be keyframing for 5 hours.
Dude, it's already been a month since my last video. So I have my script all written out. I just gotta actually sit down and record it, and I probably won't get to editing it till this weekend. I couldn't do it at all last weekend because Dodgers decided to go all the way to Game 7. So that kind of devoured my weekend up. I was too busy stressing Saturday into Saturday night. Yeah. So allegedly you're making a video. I'll believe it when I see it.
My animation will be done Friday, and then I will actually finish scripting and be done. But yeah,
for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I was partway through the script, and then the next day I had that class, and I was like, oh.
Animation is hard. And this is
boo!
big news for I don't know. This is big news for a lot of people for some reason.
I mean,
but
it was
K-pop
well
Demon
received. A lot of
Hunters-
people liked it. I just don't like
Did you
the
watch
premise.
it?
No, one of my professors did, and they actually said it was really good, and I trust his opinion, but I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm not gonna watch it, but everyone who has seen it's like, bro, it's amazing, and I'm like, it's called K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, it's like I just
it's the biggest movie of all time somehow, but I just don't care.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure it probably is good. I just don't like the premise really. So it's like you could make the best horror movie of all time, but I don't really like horror movies, so I'm probably not gonna like it all that much.
It was apparently a big Halloween costume seller this year. It was K-pop Demon Hunters as well from kids out there. It's all the thing. I mean, is this anime? I don't know if it's is it just animation? I can't tell. I don't know how it works. And K-pop is Korean, all right? I'm not racist. I know that. I'm just saying.
I mean, this is just animation. It's not like the anime style.
Yeah. But, yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters is the biggest movie. But, yeah, my video came out a month ago because a month ago was the Peacemaker finale. I know you have pushed that as far out of your mind.
Yeah. I try to pretend it didn't happen.
But a month later, that means that we get the Nielsen ratings, and obviously, James Gunn, The Gun Doesn't Jam. It's the biggest show ever. I'm sure it's on here.
It's under NCIS. Oh my gosh.
Okay, but by the way, K-pop Demon Hunters still up here. This is minutes watched, and there's one movie, but this is overall. So you know what? That's not fair to it. It's overall. So people still watch Friends, and they binge watch that. So. It is an original series.
Okay,
so
but Bob's Burgers
there.
Gen V beat it.
Halo beat it.
And no one liked Halo.
Years ago, they just put it on Netflix so people actually watched it. That's how much no one cared about horrible Peacemaker.
That's ridiculous.
That Halo beat it. Maybe it was acquired. Maybe no, it's not acquired. In case you're wondering, and it's not a movie. So
SpongeBob dominated that one.
Hey, Superman did less than Naked Gun.
No, it was successful, dude. Trust me, it was successful.
That's like I believe that's about $1 trillion more that gets added to the box office total.
Yeah, no, that's how it
So
works. Because streaming is actually a
two
very profitable business.
well
Profitable business
258
model.
minutes. If you, I mean, how long do you think you pay for a minute? That's probably $1, and 258 million. Right? It says millions,
Uh-huh.
so millions plural. Double it. A
That's half. That's
billion.
half a bill right there.
A billion. The movie only cost $17 because that's what James Gunn told
They
me.
just made $2 billion right there.
That's profitable.
Plus, I mean, you got to think
Merchandise.
merchandise. They probably made $3 billion.
And then you got to consider that it's James Gunn.
So that's probably an easy 4, maybe $5
So
billion.
look, again,
I'm starting
I just wanted
narratives.
to bring
I'm
that
starting
up.
narratives.
It is a
Superman,
month.
greatest movie of
Just-
all time, most profitable movie of all
Just
time.
because it's been a month, it was finally time. You know, I said in my video, Peacemaker had yet to chart in Nielsen streaming charts, but in its defense, it had to wait a month, and I was proven 1,000,000% correct because no one watched the freaking show because it sucked. Sorry, gotta clarify. People watch the show, just not enough people to get it to chart on the Nielsen streaming charts. Gotta clarify that because
Technically,
oh boy.
human beings did watch the show. It was just such a small
Right, not
number
forgotten.
that it didn't matter. Gotta clarify
I know,
for the
I
stupid
do.
people
Before
out
we
there.
before we get into some of the articles and other stuff we got, I know we because we're gonna talk about Wonderman. Have you started? I know you say you don't have any free time. Have you started any of your MCU rewatching or watching for the first time?
I
stuff?
haven't gotten into shows yet. I've just been like kind of passively rewatching movies just so I can be like, yeah, this one's better than that one, and those are rankings that I already knew where the grouping was gonna fall, but I didn't know the order of the grouping, and now I have it like sorted out. But
Yeah, I went straight into. It's technically a rewatch, but it had been a while since I've seen it. I watched season 1 of Jessica Jones, which I know you mentioned the episode durations. It's like, dude, that is so much content. Wasn't it? 13 episodes and each like an hour long, and I remember season 1 of Jessica Jones is like one of the better ones, not like Daredevil or Punisher season 1, and it was still like all right. So I don't have a lot of hope for like David Tennant's amazing in it, and Kristen Ritter is I think it's her name is pretty solid as Jessica. She's really good as Jessica Jones. It's I haven't seen it, so I won't judge it. It's the next day to watch. I'm guessing it's the best Luke Cage season there is. Is season 1 of Jessica Jones is the best Luke Cage season.
Luke Cage is so bad. It's so
That's the next thing
bad.
I'm watching. Yeah, and the problem, and he's still pretty whatever in the.
Well, I think probably the
show.
best
This
season
show,
of Luke
first
Cage
off,
is
this-
Defenders because it also has Daredevil on
No,
screen.
he sucks in Defenders. With that, but you can't count that as the best season of Luke Cage. You have
That's
to judge
fair, that's
exclusively
fair.
the Luke Cage stuff. And okay. First off, the show aged horribly. Like it's an incel villain, and it's not as girl boss as a lot of the modern ones are. But like it's an incel villain, which is like the new every freaking villain is an incel and everything. So it aged horribly in that sense. He's far more compelling as a character though than any of the other ones that you'd hear. But
Yeah.
all of the side characters except for like one stuck in Jessica Jones season 1, and it is like compared to like Daredevil, where all the side characters what make it amazing. It's like holy, this is bad. Like the Jessica Jones stuff is solid, and the Kilgrave stuff is pretty decent, and then it's like everything else is just when is this over? And I know it just gets worse from there because the Jessica Jones stuff gets worse. So I still think it's gonna end up higher than every Disney Plus show.
Oh yeah.
Because there's an actual style to how it was shot.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But-
Even like the worst Marvel Netflix show.
I don't know that I'm willing to say that because I don't think Iron Fist is gonna get over some of those Disney Plus shows. As awful as those Disney Plus shows were, dude. When I thought Jessica Jones season 1 was really good, I watched Iron Fist. I was like, this sucks.
That's
I can't
true.
imagine how awful it's gonna be now when I go and watch.
That's true. Iron Fist is really bad. Now that I think about it, it's bad. But it technically has a
And
style.
that was just season 1.
It technically has a style, which is better than 90%
I'm not
of
gonna judge
any
I'm
show
not gonna
that's been
give it
released this
credit
year.
for the style if the whole thing is garbage.
That's fair.
Like Jessica Jones, the way it's shot is kind of interesting, and it's fine because the show isn't the worst thing ever. If Iron Fist was shot like this, it's not gonna be the worst thing on the list because Multiverse of Madness exists. But obviously, I don't like Iron Fist ain't exactly gonna be shooting up the rankings on my list at all. I've seen an episode of Jessica Jones season 2
Danny
a
Rand.
while ago, but I haven't seen season 2 or 3. I haven't seen any of Luke Cage, and I've only seen one season of Iron Fist in the first episode of season 2. Obviously, I've seen all of Daredevil multiple times. I've seen Punisher season 1 multiple times. I've only seen Punisher season 2 once, and I am not expecting to like it very much the second time I go back through. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's just gonna come down to how much I feel like that's gonna drag it down. Trying to judge it as an overall product is hard, but Jessica Jones season 1 being decent enough probably pushed it somehow to like the halfway mark of the entire list, just because of how awful
Everything has gotten.
70% is. Yeah, exactly. So, in bright news about great TV shows, I guess we should get this out of the way.
Yeah, let's watch the trailer. Let's watch.
I don't care about this so much that I'm just leaving it on Twitter. Like, I didn't go to YouTube like I normally would with a trailer. I was just like, I'm just gonna. I found the tweet. I'm just gonna keep it there. All right. This is the trailer for Wonderman, which was supposed to release this year and now is releasing in January. So, here we go.
Entertainment world is stunned today after filmmaker Von Kovacs sprung out of retirement to sign on for a remake of Wonderman.
There is an opportunity to reimagine a whole genre of storytelling.
I need to be in this movie. I was born to play this character.
I'm noticing one slightly disqualifying factor that, in fact, makes you not born to play this character.
The hair. It's the hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the hair.
Yep. It's the hair.
Come on, Simon. Do you know how many people went out for those roles?
Oh my God! Trevor's back! Trevor's back! Oh my God! Yes! Yes!
The worst part of Iron Man 3 is still in the MCU. Actually, that's not true. I'd say Killian was the worst part of Iron Man 3. The second worst part of Iron Man 3 is in the MCU. The second worst part of the worst Iron Man movie is still in the MCU.
Why did he just face 0 punishment for anything that happened?
We're already halfway done. Let's get it over with.
What's wrong? This movie, everything. If I get this close and I miss,
I'm gonna need you to sign this to confirm you don't have superpowers.
yeah.
I think he was lying.
Wait, Caleb. I know he said he.
Hold on. Please be over.
Theater?
Awesome.
So okay, I'm gonna.
Wonder Man trailer. Everything you missed. Boom. This is a reference to the fact that he actually still has superpowers.
Oh, I was just gonna get to that. I was gonna say he said he doesn't have superpowers, but the twist is that he has superpowers. It's most people wouldn't catch that. Most people wouldn't pick up on that. That's how you know this is really well written, because most people wouldn't pick up on those little details.
Hold on. I think this show's gonna suck. You know what? I want to give it. Here's the thing I'll give it credit for. It looks like it's gonna have an A plot of he wants this role, and seemingly in order for the show not to suck, they gotta have a B plot that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it could be better than every other Disney Plus show ever made.
It seems to have both an A and B plot. This could be the greatest Disney Plus show of all time. I think the whole...
I paused at a random point, but just the fact that he's in this movie.
I think the whole show about a guy with powers trying to be a guy with powers in a movie is dumb. It's dumb. It's really, really, really dumb. But...
Well, what's this even going to be about? This comes before Spider-Man, which comes before Avengers. What could this possibly be about?
What could it possibly add to anything?
Go watch a single, like, even the Netflix shows, since they didn't contribute at all to the next Avengers movie, they at least all contributed to Defenders.
Yeah.
Like,
And they
what
all-
is this possibly doing?
I couldn't possibly imagine what this will add to anything ever, other than Trevor's back. God, I just love
Do
Trevor.
Marvel fans even get hyped about that anymore? Like, are they even? Do they still fall for the key jangling?
I don't-
Like real like real humans, or like not AI.
I think brain dead people still fall for the occasional glup shitto.
Do they?
I think they do.
But this is like an extreme level of glove shit.
Dude, I can see some losers in the theater clapping when this plays. I can see them going,
Okay, yeah, but
Trevor! Like, I can see that.
those are the people who yelled "Slay Queen" when Yelena jumped off the building.
Correct,
By the way,
but
Thunderbolts came out this year. I
but
know you all forgot about
those
that.
people do exist, unfortunately.
Yeah, but that's because they really like Yelena. I don't think there's a
Which
whole bunch of people who
doesn't-
really like Trevor Slattery.
Which doesn't make sense either, because Yelena is literally just like the worst character ever. She's supposed to be better than Black Widow in every way, but she feels bad about all the people she's murdered, but not because she's having like a moral dilemma where she's like, oh my goodness, assassinating all these people was bad. She's just like, I'm just burnt out.
But there is
Like-
one line. There's one single, literally, like 5 words. I didn't count them, so don't judge me if it doesn't line up. In Avengers, that gives more character depth and growth to Natasha than 2 movies in a show for Yelena.
Wait, let me guess. You know I do?
What?
Oh.
I've got red in my ledger.
Oh, yeah, right.
That literally is the entirety of her character. More depth in her character than all of.
Yeah.
How many words is that?
That line, and then when she's talking to Clint, and he's like, "Do you know what it's?
Dang it.
Do you know what it's like to have
6
your
of the contraction.
your head ripped out and put like?" And she's like, "You know I do." Those two
Yeah, but
lines.
That's the same concept.
It is the same, but those literal 2 lines totaling less than or 10 words are better
Do
than
you
an
remember-
entire
do you
movie
have
of
the-
like
the-
hyper focused
Hold
character
on, do you
fixation.
have the submitted what they submitted it for awards? I guess we're gonna talk about Thunderbolts weekend.
Yeah.
I can look for it real quick. Yeah, it's like
Hold on. I was on the wrong thing there for a second. I know they submitted it for Best Actress.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Hold up. All right. So while we're ranting about Thunderbolts, I guess I may as well pull this up. I wasn't really planning on telling you about this. So this is the for your consideration.
Yeah.
Where, I guess we're just calling it Thunderbolts, even though apparently they renamed it the New Avenger. You see, this is why you probably shouldn't do this.
Yeah, that's why renaming your movie is stupid. Because people go, well, it's Thunderbolts, not
So-
the New Avengers.
They're gonna submit it for Best Picture. It's worse than. Let's see. I can think of 3 movies I've seen off the top of my head that are a better shot and better story than this.
Even
that was
Superman
like
was
the-
better shot than this.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Um,
That was a lie.
I mean, Sinners is better and is a better submission for Best Picture than this. F1 is, and Warfare. That's just the first 3 that came to my head
Yeah.
of like it's a better.
Dude,
And that's not even considering all the artsy crap that probably.
yeah,
Frickin',
Warfare
what's
is
it
like,
called? one battle after another will probably win every award, but
yeah. I mean,
regardless how good it is, best makeup and hairstyling. I thought her blue eyes looked real weird, but I know that's not general makeup. That's like a basic makeup thing. That's not like.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like maybe. I mean, Sinners was better, so no. Actually, I take it back. Sinners is better than that. I can't win that. Best director, no. There's no directing in this movie.
No, it's literally just cut, copy, paste.
Best actress,
just
Florence
Tim-
Pugh, no.
No.
one of the worst actors in the film, actor or actresses.
Yeah, probably the worst Russian accent I've ever heard in my life.
Which sucks because Florence Pugh is probably one of the better actors / actresses in the movie.
But she does a bad Russian accent the whole time, and
But it's not even her. It's just you
And
write
the
the
script.
character like that, they're not gonna win.
yeah,
Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer could have been amazing as that character is playing, but if Christopher Nolan literally wrote in the dialogue, "I don't like Robert Oppenheimer," and he just said that on loop over and over again, he wouldn't win Best Supporting. He has to actually have something to act.
exactly.
Where it's like, what? Because she hugged him and cried a couple times?
Yeah, there has to be actual depth. They said the Thunderbolts was like about mental health and stuff, and it was like there was no real depth to it. She just said
Best
she was
original
sad.
Score.
No.
I don't remember a single song from this soundtrack.
No.
They have Fierce theme, actually. I remember that one, which isn't an original score and not from this movie.
Yeah.
Best production design
Best original score, F1, 100,000%.
as well. More than this, Sinners also had a great soundtrack and score.
Yeah.
Best production design, again, it's just not going to beat Sinners and most of those designs. Just off the top of my head, that's the first thing I think of from those. It's like,
And like everything they
From what I've
did with like replicating Michael B.
nothing that-
Jordan, like the way they recorded him and stuff, like they
but
actually.
this is specifically production design, so
Yes.
sets and stuff like that. And it's like, is there any shot that was like, wow, that was an insane shot,
Dude,
like, set or any of
When
that?
3 super soldiers and 2 normal people pushed a rock over, that was
I mean, that was
amazing.
still one of my favorite scenes of the year. As stupid as it was, it's still one of my favorite. It probably is my favorite scene from a superhero movie this year. That whole scene, but that's not a set that was like, wow.
Yeah. It was.
Best supporting actor, Sebastian Stan, who did nothing in this movie. Lewis Pullman, I'd accept. He was pretty good in this.
I like
I don't
Sebastian
think
Stan. He just like
he shouldn't
Bucky
win
didn't
it.
do anything in the movie.
He shouldn't win it because what's his face? Desmond, I can't remember what his name is. JP in F1
Yeah.
was a way better supporting
100%.
actor than the character in this. And that's, again, I'm not saying he was the best supporting actor in a movie this year. I'm just saying out of like easy movies that I can think of, script, another movie with a horrible script. Nicholas Hoult was a better supporting actor as Lex
Yeah.
Luthor in
Even-
a worse movie.
Even with a horrible script, he was significantly better.
That you can just put it where those are on the same playing field, where they probably won't win because the writing was awful, but they could. Best supporting actress, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. No, just no. The Grace McKenna. I don't remember the act. I don't know the actress's name. And F1 is better.
Yes.
Haley Steinfeld was better in Sinners. Any female in a movie this year was better than what she was awful in that movie. I don't know how.
Rachel
like,
Brosnahan
there
in
was-
Superman. Even I mean,
that would maybe be the only one. There was nothing to her character in that movie. That's
Yeah,
maybe
but
the
it was
only reason.
still better than.
I don't know that it was. What was the moment in Superman where you were like, what a great acting moment from Rachel Brosnahan?
Yeah. Okay. There wasn't one, but I mean that's a writing thing. I get. Yeah.
Best casting. It's not probably the best cast of a movie this year, but it was
Probably F1.
best cast. Sinners had a great cast, but I would say that. Again, none of these matter. One battle after another is probably going to win all these because political messaging, and it's the Oscars, so no one takes them seriously. But just showing how stupid this is. Obviously, they're going to submit it for everything because it's advertising, and they can paint it all over.
Also, best sound. If best sound doesn't go to Warfare, I'm gonna start a riot. Warfare had like some of the best sound design ever, bro.
Best visual effects.
It was so good.
No, best visual effects definitely should not go to this movie.
No.
And
Best adapted screenplay.
No,
No.
because it's not even the best adapted screenplay Marvel has put out this year. As awful as Fantastic Four was, it was better.
Yeah.
Also,
A lot.
that casting director better not be on the best casting because he did a really bad job of casting Reed Richards. But yeah, like, again, the point isn't to say, oh, it's gonna win best cat. We already talked about, yeah, best cinematography. No, there is no cinematography. Again, Sinners better, F1 better. I haven't seen Weapons, but just the trailer alone better.
Warfare, better.
Frankenstein, again, trailer, better. Running Man, trailer, about the same level, maybe better.
Probably better.
Movie's not out yet, so. Film editing, no, it takes, they spend 2 hours in a basement. Costume design, no. There's no interesting costume in the movie. Void looked kind of cool. That's just black.
Literally
Just a black screen.
That was literally just editing, remove everything from the screen.
Costumes were better than and any other movie probably. It was better. They were better in Falcon and Captain 2. I don't whatever that movie was called. No, they weren't. I take it back. I wouldn't give that movie credit.
No, they weren't.
Fantastic Four had better costumes. Superman had awful costumes. But were they better?
I think
No,
they might be better.
Superman himself was better, but everything else was like,
Yeah, I mean Lex.
It's not just like what he wore a suit. That's not.
Yeah, I'm reaching.
Point is, it's definitely not the best.
No, it's not the best. It's not
They submitted these, obviously. They're not going to get nominated for most
Anything.
likely any of them. They'll probably give Florence Pugh a nomination.
I think she'll probably get a nomination that she doesn't deserve, but
I just don't know how many movies are going to have a leading actress that's like that they can put in that'll draw some eyes, but like that they think will draw some eyes, even though it won't. And Marvel movies always get submitted for. If they're going to give a best visual effects to any of the Marvel movies, it's probably go to Fantastic Four. Same with cinematography.
yeah.
Again, all the problem with most of
style.
these is the problem with most of these is that Fantastic Four, still not good, is a better submission for all of it.
For literally every single
Best
category.
Picture, I'd maybe say not this one, but I think it was so all over the place. Who cares? Best Director makes more sense of a nomination. Had a better score. There's actual songs I remember from that score.
Mhm.
Best Actress. I mean, Vanessa Kirby was kind of the lead-ish, but not really. But you could put her there. I don't know if she was a lead. I don't know if she would be considered a lead. It's probably Pedro. I don't know. It's probably her. I can't tell. I don't remember that movie.
I think it was like about the same kind of. I feel like
Production design. There were better sets and all that in that supporting actor. Literally, Human Torch or Thing were better supporting actors. They were still whatever, or even Galactus to an extent, but there wasn't much acting being done there. Best sound. There was better sound in Fantastic Four. Best supporting actress. There you can put Vanessa Kirby, and if you don't, then hey, that's one that they would that this is better than. Wow.
Just
it's their
only
weakest nomination. Best visual effects. There are better visual effects. Best casting. They get that one too because
Pedro.
Best adapted screenplay. No. Best cinematography. No. Best costume design. No. Best editing. No. Literally all of those other ones. Fantastic Four, as terrible as it was, did better than Thunderbolts.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally every single thing.
Remember the trailer? And if we'll have each other someday. And remember, everybody saw it except like most people.
Yeah, everybody except for 80% of people didn't see it.
Superhero movie of the year, the worst superhero box office ever.
Bro, everybody saw it and liked it. Everybody. Yes, you and me saw and liked the movie, bro.
It's the lowest grossing superhero movie in a year that is the lowest grossing overall superhero box office since 2011.
Which is, correct me if I'm wrong, the year Thor Dark World came out?
No.
No? Wait, no.
No, Avengers came out in 2012. It's the year Thor came
My
out.
bad.
And Captain America, the first Avenger.
Yeah, I was significantly off on that, but
It's not. I don't know what those numbers come out to if they're adjusted either. But yeah, just the whole point wasn't to sit here and say it's gonna win all these awards. It's probably not even gonna get nominated for.
It's to say
90% of them.
The
point is the movie sucked, and we were ranting about it, so I kind of wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, exactly. Cheers.
Not the worst superhero
Thunderbolts
movie of the year. In fact, second best.
Yeah.
But it's like if I was like rewatching them.
I would rather rewatch Superman than rewatch Thunderbolts, though. Even though
Maybe.
Superman sucked.
Probably.
Just because I'd rather those characters be on screen. And it was so fast. Thunderbolts was not. They were in 3 rooms for the entire movie.
Bro, that basement scene takes forever.
Bro, it's half the movie. It's like there's 3 scenes in this movie, and this one is half of it. This is...
Speaking of things no one wants, there's some weird AstroTurf campaign because it was leaked that Disney didn't make... They canceled plans for a Ben Solo movie.
Well, it's because Adam Driver like wrote a Ben Solo movie. He said I think he spent like 2 years on it, and then they were just like,
yeah,
no.
And there's some weird, and I guess it's because the reasoning they gave was like, we don't see how he'd still be alive, and obviously everyone's gonna be like, well, you literally put because somehow Palpatine returned. The weird thing is just this weird like AstroTurf campaign of people being like, we need the Ben Solo movie. And I was like, no.
We?
Please don't. In the words of Ben Solo, let the past die. I'll kill it if I have to. Like, I don't ever want to see anything from it ever. Like, well, no. Just no.
The sequels are terrible.
I'd rather watch Wonderman.
That's crazy. I'd rather watch something Adam Driver wrote than watch Wonderman.
I wouldn't. No offense to Adam Driver, I just don't care. Like, it's just...
I'm saying there's a good chance it would be bad, but I'd still rather watch that.
Wow, look at this guy. Look, you know what he does? He wears a mask. Whoa.
I'd still rather watch that than, man, I really hope I get cast in this movie. No, I don't have superpowers.
You're saying Wonder Man's gonna be trash. I'm saying it's gonna be better than there is a very realistic chance it could be the best Marvel project put out next year from a writing standpoint.
Actually,
I think it's so irrelevant that no one has touched the script that it's the only thing that I'm sitting here like, oh, it's definitely gonna be that. I think from writing standpoint, I think number 1 will be the Punisher.
Yeah.
Show because I think
it's just John Bernthal making it.
Yes. The next best thing will probably be Spider-Man. And then after that, it's like it gets real muddy of it. Like,
yeah,
based off the writing that the new team did for Born Again, that's gonna be bad.
Mm-hmm. And once you get the stuff that Marvel actually wants to succeed and actually cares about, they put more effort into, which means more bad crap. So like at this point, the more work they put into something, the worse it gets.
I'm just saying, like, I think realistically, they are so. It's not like Ironheart where the whole plot of the show is that like this evil person wants to do evil things and you're supposed to think they're a good person.
Mm.
Which was always going to be a flaw with Ironheart from the start. It's like, hey, here's this character nobody gives a crap about, that for whatever reason we're making a show about, and he wants to be in a movie.
It's just so dumb. Like I'm probably, dude, 12 people will watch it.
It might be top 3 though. That's the crazy thing. It might be top. I feel. I would be willing to say it's probably gonna be top 3. In fact,
it's probably gonna be, which is
it's gonna be better written than Daredevil. That's what's in that. Like,
Born Again. To clarify, not.
Hey! I don't know. Maybe. It could shoot up in those rankings. Is all I'm saying.
It could be number 1. This could edge out Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier ain't even top 3. It's time to mature. It's not even top 10, absolutely. Maybe even top 5.
Top 5. It's top.
Maybe even top 5. It ain't top 3 anymore.
All right, you're moving on.
Now is it top 3? I'd rewatch it. Yes. It's close to 1 or 2 of like I'm rewatching it anytime.
Just because it's a
feeling to watch a Marvel movie.
Just because it's a good watch.
But I don't know. But no spoilers. It's not going to be in my top 3. Because the top 3 is literally the top 3 is set in stone to me. It's Avengers, Iron Man, and Infinity War. Just what order you want to put them in.
Yeah.
And argue maybe Daredevil, but I feel like season 2 is just rough enough that's gonna pull it out. But
it's gonna pull it to like 5.
Number 1 and 2, it's Iron Man and Avengers is top 2. So it's like, where do you go from there? Is kind of you already. But you know what? That's spoilers for down the road, before Wonderman. So maybe we should wait till after Wonderman because that could shake up the top 10.
That could shake up the top 10. Sorry, Iron Man 1. Sorry, Iron Man 1. There's a new guy in town. LeBron, we're good.
Hey,
Ben Simmons is here.
We're all good. Wonderman's here. We're all good, bro.
We're all good. Ben Simmons is here.
All right, what do you want to hit? Do you want to go with Warner Bros. For sale? Go straight into the October box office?
Let's hit the box office and then we'll get into the rest of the news.
All right, this one's from Variety. So, do you want to read it or do you want me to?
I can take this one.
All right, let me pull it up for you. Flashbang warning in 3, 2, 1. Yes, because of The Rock, but I mostly meant the white screen.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to? So, by the way, the title here is October box office plunges to a 3-decade low as flops like Tron Ares, shout out Disney, and Smashing Machine, shout out Joe Rogan, I guess, pile up. I think it was A24, but
yeah.
You know, Joe Rogan that was the last. I now associate the Smash Machine with Joe Rogan just because during the UFC card he was like, "Bro, it's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen."
Dude,
and like 17 people watched.
Just to paint a picture, 30 years ago was a long time, and it's at a 3-decade low.
This might be excluding COVID. I don't know.
It probably
Yes, it does not include 2020.
Yes, which is fair because nothing came out. But
I think Tenet came out in October of 2020.
The point I'm making is with inflation, we should be making
it's probably even lower.
We should be making a lot more money than we did 30 years ago.
Dude, it's probably even lower if you started adjusting
Dude,
everything.
if you adjusted for inflation, it
might be the worst
a
ever.
ridiculous comparison.
Like,
but
two at a certain point, post World War II, it definitely could be the lowest ever. Post 1960s, if you started adjusting everything, it probably would be the worst one. But I won't say that 100% fact because I don't know. All right.
October was a bust at the box office as big budget tentpoles and awards contenders like Disney's Tron Ares, that was not an award contender, and Dwayne Johnson's The Smashing Machine struggled to sell tickets. That was the tentpole. Tron Ares.
Tron is a tentpole. It's the only tentpole-esque thing.
Yeah, but it's Tron Ares.
It was
with
big
Jared Leto as your lead actor.
Big budget. It's big budget sci-fi. I don't know that. It's just science fiction. So.
Yeah. Anyway, overall revenues for the month were tragic with $425 million across all titles.
Oh my gosh,
the worst collective haul since October 1997, when psychological thriller Kiss the Girls Slasher, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Supernatural Mindbender, The Devil's Advocate were the top grossing titles with $385 million. Not adjusted for inflation.
And it doesn't include 2020.
Not including 2020. Not adjusted for inflation.
I just want to point out how low this number is. Captain Falcon, Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones made more than this.
Which is one movie.
Almost made.
Which is one movie.
Made more than Thunderbolts.
Yes.
Want to point that out there.
Terrible.
October combined.
Almost unanimously accepted. Abysmal movie. Made more than the entire month of October. A 30-year low. A 28-year low. That is insane.
Yeah.
Not accounting for inflation. That's
not accounting for inflation.
Which is like, if it was accounting for inflation, you'd be like, oh, it was kind of bad. But it's not accounting for inflation. So you're going $385 million in 1997 is a lot more than $425 million today. If you brought
Thank you for explaining how inflation works, Jake. That was very helpful.
I'm just putting in perspective 30 years of inflation across a 385 less than $50 million gap.
This made more money than October.
All of October.
Bald Anthony Mackie and the Cherry Blossoms. In the second funniest image from a movie.
It's so saturated too. It's so hyper saturated.
That's because this is a picture of a theater screen. That's why
Oh,
it doesn't look good at
yeah,
home.
yeah.
But this is like the exact. This is how it like in the movie theater. He looks bald. Like
Yeah.
I'm not like it's just. This is the most exaggerated version I could find for the thumbnail that I was making. But yes, I.
Is it? It's out on Disney Plus, right? It has been for a while.
Yes, yeah. That's
I wonder. Do you think they fixed it for Disney Plus?
No.
I was just thinking. I wonder.
They didn't fix Thor: Love and Thunder.
That's fair. I thought it'd be funny if they fixed the bald for Disney Plus. Sure enough, this Halloween was especially dreadful, with grosses between Friday and Sunday at just 49 million, marking the worst weekend of the entire year.
I
thought it was just gonna say $49.
Like literally.
I was like, my
seven people on discount night made more.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna say my roommate went to a movie. My roommate went to a movie. Then he's like half of this. He's like half of this.
2 tickets. Like 2 tickets.
It's like he took his girlfriend to a movie. He's half of this budget right here.
He took his girlfriend to a movie. He is the budget. That's $40
with snacks. That's he just paid for the.
Yeah, but snacks don't count. Yeah. Oh wait, sorry. It does for Superman though.
Yeah, for Superman it definitely does.
People bought popcorn.
Marking the worst weekend of the year as holdover titles like Paramount's Colleen Hoover adaptation, Regretting You, and Universal's scary sequel Black Phone 2 top North American charts. Several reasons were to blame for the scary low turnout, including Halloween scary of new releases, as well as the misfortune of Halloween landing on a Friday, which meant families were distracted by trick-or-treating. Then there was Saturday night's Major League Baseball championships, which saw the Los Angeles Dodgers win the World Series over the Toronto Blue Jays in a nail-biting game. That is some of the craziest copium I've ever seen. Oh,
first of all,
people are trick-or-treating.
hold on.
They have all day to go see a movie.
Trick-or-treating is done at like 8 o'clock for most people.
Yeah, they
Like
can do it
most towns.
before
It's done before
or
it's dark
after.
outside.
They can do before or after.
At Halloween on a Friday, bro. That means you should have been. They didn't because studios didn't have movies ready to go. There should have been like 10 horror movies released.
Yeah.
On Halloween.
Halloween
like,
on a Friday? There should be 50 horror
they
movies
should have
coming
been
out.
re-releasing stuff. Like, bro. That's like
Also,
a golden ticket opportunity that they could have had. And
Saturday night World Series. What time did that game
start?
start?
At 8 o'clock. It started at 8 o'clock, and there's college football on a normal Saturday.
Yeah, like
And the prime time game starts at 7. And I know your average college football game. The World Series this was the most viewed World Series I think ever, and it was bigger than the NBA Finals. So obviously it was a massive viewing strip. And in fairness, the game had more emotional cinematic tension than any movie that's released in like at least the last 3 years.
true.
It was a great game.
It was a great
like,
game.
It was an amazing game, and it was way worse if you were cheering for one of the teams in the game. I think people, but like again, that would not affect a box office. Like the people, bro.
No.
People are going to watch movies like this. A lot of them. Don't get me wrong. There's people who love movies and like
we
like movies and like sports.
A lot of horror movie fans, which is a lot of October.
I'm a sports ball guy.
I don't watch sports ball. Oh, throw the pass, 3-pointer. Not big World Series fans.
Now, in fairness,
of all the sports, are they gonna watch baseball? Let's be honest.
yes, they will. Here's why.
Are they gonna watch baseball?
Here's why. Allow me to tell you exactly why. Some of the biggest movies this year, anime. Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani.
Not a bad argument.
Ludwig. I'm gonna go Ludwig, streamer, content creator. Literally has lived in LA for many years. Never gave a crap about the Dodgers, and all of a sudden he's the biggest Dodger fan I've ever seen. I follow him on Instagram. He flew out to Toronto to watch Game 7 just because Shohei Ohtani plays for the team. Yamamoto, my goat, by the way, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Mhm.
Don't blame him. Like, I'm not blaming these people. Like, look, if you love Japan, come on and support the Dodgers. We'll take it. Just saying, to put a little pin in that, yes, those people would be the ones to watch Game 7 of the World Series because Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah. That's fair.
All right. Oh my gosh. Speaking of anime and movies not doing well, Jay.
Bright spots for the month, including Taylor Swift's The Release Party of a Showgirl and Sony and Crunchyroll's Chainsaw Man, were few and far between and weren't enough to overcompensate for high-profile misses like Luca Guadagnino's After the Hunt, $7.8 million. That's not a lot of money, by the way. Disney and 20th Century's Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, $20 million, and Jennifer Lopez's musical adaptation, Kiss of the Spider-Woman, $1.6 million. I didn't know that was a thing that was coming out.
Who wanted a Bruce Springsteen biopic? Look, when the Taylor Swift album party is one of your highest grossing things at a theater, I believe it was #1 the weekend it came out.
I think so.
A album watch party.
Hey, I'll give him this. Max Holloway said Chainsaw Man was good, so
I mean, anime being top doesn't surprise me. I'm saying this is literally a song. It's a musical album, and it was like #1 a weekend during October.
at a movie theater. Movie theater. Sci-fi sequel Tron Ares, $126 million globally against a $180 million budget, smashing success. An A24 Smashing Machine, $19 million.
Hold on. 126 million globally against a $180 million budget. Or as James Gunn Bros would like to call it, a raging, successful, profitable movie.
Or
Actually, they wouldn't have said Jared Leto.
an A24 Smashing Machine, $19 million against a $50 million budget.
Or as DCU Gunbro fans would like to call a raging success.
You gotta think about merch, bro.
A highly profitable movie.
Were particularly expensive for their respective studios to produce and resulted in tens of millions of dollars in theatrical losses.
Why is a MMA movie about early days of MMA, not even taking one of the sport's biggest stars, getting a $50 million budget?
I don't know. It's, yeah.
Bro.
They weren't making, I don't even know.
I can name just, like, early days MMA. Chuck Liddell, more popular. I know that's a little bit more into it, but Hoist Gracie, more popular.
Mm-hmm.
Don Fry, way more popular.
Yeah, you can make a Don Fry movie, and a lot of people would watch it.
I would watch a Don Fry.
I'd watch a Don Fry movie.
I was gonna watch this movie until like 17 people went and saw it, and
it was like,
and then I was like, and I just kind of forgot about it, and then I didn't care.
Yeah. But movies of all sizes and genres, including the family adventure Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie, $68 million. Channing Tatum-led dramedy Roofman, $27 million.
You don't have to actually say it. Point
$14 million, $3.2 million.
Point is, nothing made money.
Basically,
and then
the major releases this month failed to deliver, simple as that.
Box office.
Apart from the moderately successful Black Phone 2, there just weren't enough horror movies to entice moviegoers. That should be a no-brainer.
Again, based off the budget, it was successful. I believe it was less successful than the first one.
I would imagine.
Okay, yeah. Let's get through this.
Overall, it's been an up and down year. April was unexpectedly huge with a Minecraft movie and Sinners.
One of the worst movies ever made. Sinners, one of the better movies ever shot, but it really did not do all that well at the box office.
It didn't do insanely well for how...
I mean, for a horror movie, it did pretty good. And it was all domestic. It did nothing international.
While March was abysmal with Snow White and the Alto Knights.
I told you it was going to fail. Never heard of it.
Grass is green. Currently, box office results are 2.9% ahead of 2024, a gap that's been rapidly shrinking since summer when ticket sales were 25% ahead of last year. Meanwhile, domestic revenues remain more than 22% behind pre-pandemic times of 2019.
Hold on. Why could they possibly be shrinking since the summer?
Maybe
It's
because
like nothing came out.
maybe
after
because
the
the only movies that were even okay that came out this year were in the summer or before the summer.
There was only one movie that was good that came out in the summer. Everything else sucked.
Okay, movies that people would go see stopped coming out after summer. Not to fear, though. Holiday season kicks into gear next weekend, and Hollywood will be breathing a huge sigh of relief. What does that mean?
Yes. So, well, that means Avatar, the money laundering scam, releases in December, which will make $75 unobtainium million. It'll make 15 trillion unobtainiums because it's Avatar that, for whatever reason, people like. The movie that you start watching, and then you'll get halfway through and you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm watching a movie right now. And you'll put your phone down and you'll watch the second half of the movie. And it'll make 17 trillion for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't, bro. Okay, so but that Zootopia 2, Wicked 2, I think, and Avatar, Fire and Ash come out.
Yeah.
Those three should make money.
Those will make money because families will see Avatar and Zootopia, and teenage girls and girls in their 20s will see Wicked.
Families will see Wicked and Zootopia.
That's true. Families will also see Wicked.
Everyone, apparently, but nobody will watch Avatar.
Everyone will watch Avatar.
Everyone will watch it. No one will discuss it.
They'll go, that was amazing, and then never talk about it again.
And never rewatch it again.
I rewatched Avatar. I'm like a serial movie rewatcher. Most people watch, like I watch the same 30, 40 movies over and over.
I just think it's insane to me that it's like highest grossing, not adjusted up. Highest grossing movies of all time. It's like Avengers Infinity War, build up of so many movies. You know, Titanic is up there. It's one of the most insane stories ever, and it's a human nature story, and it's all this. You got Star Wars The Force Awakens when the hype was at its highest and everyone was ready for the next Star Wars movie. Avengers Endgame, the conclusion to Infinity War. Blue People fetish movie. Number 1. Number 1. If you don't adjust for inflation, it's James Cameron fetish movie. Ow. It's gotta be fake. It's gotta be money laundering.
Visually, look at it, bro.
Bro, there's a that would be like, why isn't Interstellar number 1 ever?
That's a good point. I think Interstellar should have made more money.
But I'm not even arguing. I'm just saying, like, how? Like, there's no way it was that good.
Well, it's good, and people also enjoy watching it. It's not like just like Interstellar is good, but like people without brains aren't gonna sit there and go, "This is really good." They're gonna go, "When's the movie over? Why are they still in the cornfield?"
Oh, it just doesn't connect. It just doesn't compute to me. Like that effect. That,
you also
that this movie.
You also
so popular.
You also hate joy and happiness.
Bro, but that shouldn't. No, but it's just a logical jump that doesn't make any sense. Like, it wasn't
people
like the
like
culmination to. But that's not my point. I mean, my point is that people like it. People like a lot of movies. The point is, you look at what's around it. Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, culminations of massive overall event. The Force Awakens, a culmination of like of a decade of hype for Star Wars returning, and then it's like the first Avatar movie, some reason, was that popular. Like, just doesn't compute. Like, it's just a logical jump that doesn't make any sense to me.
That's fair.
That's just the only reason. It's like it has nothing to do with like, oh, bro, how do people love this movie? I haven't seen it. I can't judge it on that. I'm just saying the logical jump to go from somehow this is the highest grossing unadjusted movie of all time with zero substance background for it makes no sense to me.
That's fair.
and now I'm just like, it's got to be money laundering. So, let's see. That's all WB. Yeah, well, real quick, I'll fly through this one really quick from Geeks and Gamers, just about the IMAX screening. I won't read the article here. Let's just pull up the tweet.
Oh, thank God, Mandalorian and Grogu will be in IMAX.
Remember, it was forged for IMAX.
Yeah, remember it was forged for IMAX. It wasn't forged to be season 4 of a TV show.
Bro, Minions 3. Let's go.
Also
But
made for IMAX.
Notably, no Spider-Man at IMAX.
They have an untitled Tom Cruise movie. Just because they know Tom Cruise will be fine. Where's Spider-Man?
What?
They have an untitled Tom Cruise.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Wait, what? It's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
They have an untitled Tom Cruise, but they don't have Spider-Man.
First of all, now I'd be like, man, I really wish Spider-Man is in IMAX. It released at the same time as the Odyssey. I don't care.
Oh yeah,
Right?
no.
It's a Marvel movie. It's not
Keep
gonna look good
Spider-Man
in
out of there.
IMAX compared to a Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah, no. The Odyssey will just be the best looking thing I've ever seen.
I know that offends probably a lot of the MCU nerds. You wouldn't appreciate a good looking IMAX movie. It slapped you in the face. People thought Thunderbolts looked good in IMAX. I watched it in both IMAX and normal. It looked exactly the same. There's nothing interesting at. For the most part, IMAX is overall a bit of a scam because if it's not shot on an IMAX camera, it doesn't change at all.
Yeah.
You're just seeing slightly more movie. Like at the end of the day, now you get higher quality picture and stuff like that, but it's actually about you're not.
If it's
getting
not shot
more
for
movie
IMAX, it's
when you watch The Mandalorian and Grogu, you're not gonna. When you watch it on IMAX, you watch it on the TV, you're gonna see the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when you watch The Odyssey at home, not an IMAX version, and in IMAX, there's literally more movie. There is technically more on the screen that you're seeing. Yeah. Because if it's not shot with an IMAX camera, it's not gonna look like that. The only reason this would hurt, the only thing it's gonna hurt is gonna be a slight downgraded box office money. Technically.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a Narnia movie coming out in 2026.
Yes, it's the what's her face? It's a girl. It's a chick who loves to ruin legacy projects. Is making a Narnia movie.
Awesome. I love the Narnia movies, so this is gonna be great. It's gonna ruin it. Dune 3 will be like. The entire time we'll be sitting in the theater, I'll be like, why is nothing happening? And then I'll get to the end of the movie and I'll go, that was the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
And then I'll leave and I'll still be like that. And then like an hour later, be like, it's all right.
Yeah.
Wasn't as good as the first two.
Yeah. I feel like every Dune I watch, I'm like, wait, like nothing's happening. The pacing sucks. And then I get to the end, I'm like, whoa, okay.
Bro, who's making this Narnia movie? It's Netflix.
Ew.
I know it's Netflix. Oh, Greta Gerwig.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, they're making The Magician's Nephew? That's a horrible choice.
She did Barbie.
Oh,
and Snow White.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. I thought they were remaking them, to be honest. I didn't realize it was a different story. But yeah.
Also,
I don't care.
I know.
When I was a kid.
I know you definitely haven't read the Narnia books.
I read half of one of them when I was like 7.
The Magician's Nephew is not the book to adapt.
I loved the Narnia movies when I was a kid. I recently, for a class in high school, I watched. I rewatched the first one, and I was like, it's okay. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not saying the Narnia movies were amazing. I'm saying I enjoy them.
I know what you're saying.
Because there's like it's like how we talked about Clone Wars last week. It's like there's always they throw out a good message where it's like, yeah, you gotta help people and whatnot, and you have responsibilities. And then they fight monsters, and it's cool.
Well, I mean, it's literally just a Bible telling.
Yeah, it's literally just like Bible lesson, and then they fight monsters, and it's like, yeah. And then they fight
like,
people.
Bible man, if it sucks.
And it's like in this one, the people
it's like
are the
Larry
monsters.
Boy. if it sucked.
Larry? Oh, from Veggie Tales?
We know Larry Boy. Come on.
What you know about Larry Boy? What you know about Veggie
Real
Tales?
real ones know Larry Boy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. When's the Netflix Larry Boy coming out? Come on.
Most powerful superhero of all time.
Come on. Come on. When's this coming out? When's he joining the MCU, huh? I'm just saying. Doctor Doom got nothing on Larry Boy. That's all I'm saying. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Point is, I don't need to see Spider-Man in IMAX because I'm gonna probably watch the Odyssey in IMAX.
Yeah, no. I will
better
be seeing
Tom
the
Holland
Odyssey.
and John Bernthal movie.
Yeah. Releasing the same month.
Yeah. Point is, so I mean, just look at the Odyssey, the IMAX slate. I think Hail Mary will look good on IMAX. Probably
Yeah.
the only other, and whatever that Tom Cruise movie is, I don't know what the hell that even is supposed to be.
I don't know what it's gonna be.
I thought he was in the middle of writing. They were like in the middle of Top Gun 3, but like haven't started filming it yet. So I don't think he has a movie.
I don't know. He probably just pre-booked
What
a
is-
spot like a year or two ago, and then he was like, "Oh, I don't have a movie yet."
Well, Mission Impossible got delayed a bunch, and that hurt us.
Yeah.
And Naruto, okay, that's a director or a filmmaker, so that'll probably be what it actually is. It's not actually gonna be Tom Cruise, I don't think. But yeah, that was the whole thing there. All right, there's I guess 2 things for Taylor Sheridan. We'll end there, and we'll talk about this news, which was pretty recent, which is Taylor Sheridan is leaving Paramount,
Oh.
heading to Peacock. So, in other words, Taylor Sheridan viewers dropped to 0 because nobody has Peacock.
And no one's getting Peacock because all the
Few
stuff
days
he
ago it
made
was
will still
revealed.
be on Paramount.
A few days ago, it was revealed that Taylor Sheridan will be leaving Paramount for Universal when his contract is up in 2028. We still got plenty of years where we don't have to worry about trying to watch no good shows on Peacock. Like, don't worry about it. We can still get some good shows. Yeah, all good. It was a shock to see Paramount lose the creator of Modern Western Yellowstone, which is weirdly enough streamed on Peacock, and its spin-offs and prequels, which will probably be the thing that's on Peacock mainly. I don't think we're getting the 4-6's show anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the main spinoff. Gangster thriller Tulsa King, which is fun, not anything amazing. It's a basic gangster thing.
Yeah. I think the main spinoffs it was referring to were 1923 and 18.
I know what it was referring to. I was saying, what is he even making next that's on Peacock?
Yeah.
And that was the first thing I can even think of. And the other stories that bolster Paramount Plus streaming service. No one has Paramount Plus really, but it is one of the most like actively interacted with streaming services, I guess the way to say, because people actually like the stuff that's on it.
I think Paramount is also like, I think it has the best future ahead of it out of the streaming services so far.
I desperately have to take a piss, so give me 1 second.
I know. I'm gonna keep talking. You go.
I know. I was just explaining because I was trying to say something.
Yeah, you're good. Let's go, bud. Come on. You can't hear me. Let's get out of here. Go pee. Go pee. You can't hear me. Go pee. All right, little Mexican standoff. Oh, no. All right. What I was saying. Paramount, it doesn't have, like, necessarily the number of subscribers that, like, Netflix has, but it has a lot of really good stuff on there, and they're also like they're making a lot of new stuff, and they just got the UFC for the future, so no more pay-per-view, so people are going to be like, you have to think about how large the UFC audience is and how many more viewers that's going to bring into Paramount, how many more subscribers that's going to bring. I feel like Paramount is one of the few streaming services that is actually like improving itself, so this is kind of a weird bit of news. I feel like they should have been trying to keep Taylor Sheridan locked down because he's been making a lot of their best shows for a lot of years since Yellowstone started. So I don't know why they wouldn't focus. What is he doing? I don't know why they wouldn't focus more in on keeping Taylor Sheridan, since they're like as far as streaming services go, like the most locked in on actually improving their streaming service. But I guess the money was a factor, as the next paragraph says.
They got Mobland too.
Yeah.
I don't know what point you're at. Paramount Plus got Mobland. That's all I know.
Yeah, I was saying Paramount has like a lot of good stuff that's actually
And they're working to
good,
expand
and
after,
they're continuing to add new good stuff.
Well-
they have the UFC. They have they keep building.
So Paramount and Skydance just split, or combined. No, they merged. They
They
merged.
merged.
And
They merged.
Larry Ellison's son. He does whatever. Larry Ellison's Oracle AI company, all that. His son is the one who's running it, and obviously they just did the UFC, which was a huge deal. They're one of the main things, which we'll talk about because it's coming later, is trying to buy Warner Bros. They're the main studio, like going for Warner Bros. So they have CBS, they have all that. Definitely up there, and I think probably the best streaming service overall.
Probably.
With Taylor Sheridan stuff, I don't know if all of that's leaving or what, but we'll see. Money was a significant factor, as Sheridan was thrown way too much cash to ignore. Universal's 5-year deal with Sheridan could be worth $1 billion if Sheridan produced enough content for the company. Tying the money to his output is a smart move, considering some recent deals have gotten studios. What?
Bupkis.
Bubkish? Whatever. From their highly paid talent like J.J. Abrams.
Hey.
It's a great offer for Sheridan, and certainly enough to make it creative, considering jumping ship. Making it even more lucrative was the Paramount supposedly offered him. Nothing, according to all of Hollywood Reporter sources, which is one thing says they all agree on. And yeah, I mean, bro, Taylor Sheridan's like the money printing machine. He he just writes basic. It's the equivalent of It's equivalent of Starbucks for white dudes, I guess. It's just your basic story.
Yeah, he tells a story with like some cool gruff guy.
It's a morally gray character who's just looking out for himself and his own, and it's always it's the same thing. It's the most basic thing.
We eat it up every single time.
It's the same thing, right? It's not. He doesn't tell. No, he has some really good. Hell or High Water again. Morally gray. It's the same shit. It's like James Gunn, but it's a far broader storytelling thing to use than what James Gunn has limited himself to.
Yeah.
You can tell
and you can do a lot more
with
with
a morally gray character is looking out for himself and his own than you can with the ragtag team of whatever, blah, 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 insert James Gunn storytelling. Right? And so that's just always the thing. The one thing he's not good at is writing female characters.
Yeah,
he is awful at writing female characters. But everything else is pretty good. Like Beth Dutton's the only one. He can write them somewhat well if they're a love interest to a character. But if they aren't a love interest, bro, they're cooked. It's over. He doesn't know what to do with them otherwise.
Yeah.
I probably won't go through the main thing here. First off, I'm shocked Paramount didn't offer him a lot of money, seeing as how they're kind of throwing big money at everyone right now.
Yeah.
But I guess they did. They just got the Duffer Brothers and a couple other ones. That's one reason it's kind of shocking to me. I know it's Universal, so they have money. There's no way they could justify this getting to Peacock. I think the lowest performing streaming service is Peacock.
Yeah, because just no one uses Peacock.
It's the GOAT sitcom. They got all the sitcoms.
Yeah, they have every sitcom.
That's literally it.
I mean, there's probably a lot of like
Yellowstone. They got Yellowstone. That's probably the reason they did it, is because the most watched thing on their streaming service is probably Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can even think of on Peacock, because they lost WWE. That's going to ESPN.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to have a lot of old people that like their favorite sitcom, and millennials whose like favorite sitcom went to Peacock. They bought the premium. They bought the premium and then just never got rid of it. So they've just been paying for it for like 5 years.
Yeah, well, they got The Big Bang Theory, which is
The Office.
Okay. They got The Office, which is overrated, but pretty funny.
But people love their favorite sitcoms.
They got Parks and Rec, which is underrated.
Mm-hmm.
They got Community, which is properly rated.
Just properly rated. I like it a lot.
I like it when it's good, and I hate it when it's bad. Which
That's true.
Is like an extreme roller coaster of the time. It's
That
like,
is true. The further you get in, the more you're like,
it is
oh
the
my
best
gosh.
sitcom. When it's at its funniest, it's the best sitcom. When it's at its worst, it is the worst sitcom. The peaks and it's like there's 2 seasons that it's like absolutely incredible. Every episode's a banger.
Yeah.
Everything else sucks.
Everything, bro, almost everything post Pierce death is like,
Even before that, season 4 is awful.
yeah, season 4 is bad. And then there's some funny stuff afterwards, but it's like
Completely off topic. There's a guy at the gym. His face looks exactly like Joel McHale, but he's bald. So he looks like the episode of Community where what's his actual name? What's Joel McHale's character's name
Jeff.
in The Office? Jeff, where Jeff is playing the dean in that movie shoot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he looks like every time I see him. Because it's the face when he's bald, so it's just bald cap Jeff Winger. Completely off topic. When you're talking about Community, and it reminded me of that. But, yeah. Point is, sitcoms and now Taylor Sheridan are going to be on Peacock for the next, supposedly after 2028. If Peacock's even around, that's a tall task, Kurt, to survive 3 more years.
Yeah,
to be honest.
you have to survive 3 more years just to start working with Taylor Sheridan. Like just to start.
No,
working.
he writes shows back. Like I think he said he wrote season 2 of Yellowstone in like 12 days. He wrote an episode a day, so he can crank them shows out real fast.
Yeah.
And they're solid enough. He gets them out basically once a year. And like I said, we talk about it. We eat them up. They're basic, simple shows, but they're decent storytelling. It's a masculine storytelling, which there's a void of that he can fill.
Mm-hmm.
If any talented writer, like overly talented, he's a decent writer, but if any like really good writer came along and tried anything, he would probably get eaten for lunch. But because they refuse to, he gets to print all the money he wants, and he never needs money again because that 4.6's ranch is freaking valuable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he owns it and then leases it to his production company to film stuff there because he's navigating tax systems well. So, yeah. While we're talking about Taylor Sheridan, I'm probably not even going to pull the article up. It was, I don't know if this is a rumor. No, it's real. So he is writing the Call of Duty movie they're making.
Interesting.
And the director is Peter Berg. Let me real quick look at Peter Berg's filmography. What has he done? Lone Survivor, Patriots Day, Mild. So he's a Mark Wahlberg guy. So Mark Wahlberg will most likely be he will most likely be the main character of the Call of Duty movie, just based off what I'm looking here.
Yeah, it's a lot of Mark Wahlberg.
It'll be written
by
Taylor Sheridan.
Battleship is a banger. Is it good? No. Is it freaking awesome? Is it freaking awesome? Yes.
You just look up Peter Berg here.
It's the American military killing aliens with ships. It's the coolest thing that could ever happen.
Just look up Peter Berg movies. Lone Survivor, Mark Wahlberg. Mile 22, Mark Wahlberg. Patriots Day, Mark Wahlberg. Deepwater Horizon, Mark Wahlberg.
$1 billion man.
Confidential.
$6 billion man.
Mark Wahlberg. It's literally all Mark Wahlberg. Look, I think Taylor Sheridan writing this is the only way this Call of Duty movie could not suck.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Call of Duty movie.
It depends on what they do. If they do Modern Warfare, bro.
Are they gonna?
If they do the old school MW trilogy, it could be fire.
No Russian?
Peak, bro. If they do old MW2, bro, Makarov, right? It could be peak. I'm just
cool.
saying. Oh, even old Black Ops. It just really depends on what they do for it. If they even, like, if they just adapt one of those stories, what you do if you're making a movie that you want people to go see, you adapt Modern Warfare, COD 4 probably.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could jump straight to MW2. I think you do COD 4 if it does well enough. You do MW2. That's the money maker. And then you change up how MW3 went a little bit. If you want to make money, hey, just saying, if you want to make money, which Taylor Sheridan wants to make money, so it depends. He might just want to write his own thing, though. I don't know. And then even those old Black Ops games, you could do something there as well. But
yeah,
will it be good? Now I actually have hope because I think Taylor Sheridan is willing to write a movie that doesn't suck.
Mm-hmm.
So
They could do a
Which,
Call of Duty World War II, but that would just be a World War II movie.
yeah, you wouldn't. I would stay far away from that.
That's
nothing
fair.
to do with Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're doing Call of Duty, you're going to use the Modern Warfare brand. I would think it's the biggest brand for now. Next year's Modern Warfare 4 could play a steady hand in nuking that brand further to the ground because it's going to be the worst COD ever made since the last Modern Warfare game, which was the worst COD ever made since the last.
It's like Jurassic Park.
Modern Warfare game, which was the worst COD ever made since the Infinite Warfare.
Mm.
But actually, that's not fair. MW 2019 is worse. So, sue me. And you know what? In fairness, as awful as MW 2019 is, better than Modern Warfare 2 2022.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 2022 is the worst COD ever made. So we probably shouldn't have gone further back. But it was the worst COD movie, barely losing out in the ranking of worst ever to Modern Warfare 2019. And Modern Warfare 4 is next around the corner. Black Ops 7's a week away, though. So that I'm excited for. All right, last little thing here is just... So Warner Bros. Is for sale, and Paramount Plus was the main one. Everyone's kind of like, yeah, it's going to Paramount. But out of nowhere, Netflix has actually... You can take this one here. Netflix is actually...
Netflix may be planning to buy Warner Brothers Discovery after all, or at least make a bid for the legendary Hollywood studio, which is now officially on the market in what that Park Place calls potentially the biggest power shift in Hollywood since Disney acquired Fox. An exclusive from whatever that is says that Reuters. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was Reuters or Reuters or whatever. That Netflix has made some preliminary moves towards buying Warner Brothers, including retaining a financial advisor and gaining access to financial information. It has also hired investment bank Moelis and Company to evaluate a prospective offer for Warner Brothers Discovery. Yeah, they're making a bid.
And while none of them have officially commented on it, Netflix bid for Warner Brothers Discovery. Like I said, everyone was assuming it was going to be Paramount. They actually hired the bank that Skydance was advised on for purchasing Paramount. Blah, blah, blah. Point is, here we go.
This may come as a surprise considering Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos previously stated that the company had no interest in owning legacy media outlets, and that where Warner Brothers was concerned, there was no change there. However, it seems the idea of owning the massive media company is at least somewhat appealing to Netflix, at least enough for the streamer to look into the financial details of a potential buyout. And certainly this makes sense considering Warner Brothers' Hollywood legacy with so many classic movies and TV shows in its vault. Clint Eastwood had most of his films with Warner Brothers, and through HBO, it would have access to many of the most beloved series that aired during the golden age of television, including The Sopranos, The Wire, and Game of Thrones. A buyer would also own potentially lucrative IPs like Harry Potter, DC Comics, and Looney Tunes.
And there's the big... That's why they're actually going to buy it. The amount of backlog content they would get to shove on Netflix would be unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Just how Netflix makes most of their money anyway.
Yeah.
On top of that, look, they don't really want to get into... I don't think Netflix is any interest in getting to massive, consistent Hollywood releases. But if they did... There's all the money you need.
It's infinite money generator.
Yes. On top of that, whichever company does inevitably buy them, what the first thing I should do is grab this up here, get the whole cast back, and say we're redoing the finale season.
We're gonna fix the last 2.5 seasons.
Yeah, but that's probably that sounds a little too expensive. So
Well, also
fix the finale season.
The last 2 seasons were 1 season. Like it was.
But that's my point. That would be a good idea to generate some hype. Would it work? Probably not. Would they do it? Probably not. Would it be too expensive? Yes. But they would also get DC Comics. And I know I was hype. I was like, maybe this means we'll get something good now. No, because James Gunn and Peter Safran will likely be sticking around up until at least the Batman 2 comes out and trounces Superman of Tomorrow into the dirt, most likely, box office budget-wise, following the flop that will be Supergirl. And then they will probably look to reevaluate. Point here is that they would get all of this. They would get all that IP, which is really what Netflix probably wants. Is yeah, that's great. My mouse just disappeared. they want all that backlog catalog. They want.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, Halo charted on Nielsen. Like that's people just watch stuff when it gets put on Netflix. So
Yeah, they go, oh, a
bro,
new
the
thing.
amount of money, bro. They'd get Penguin, which was huge last year. They'd get like Band of Brothers. I mean, obviously all the Harry Potter stuff, every DC movie ever made, which would include the animated stuff. I know I already said Harry Potter, but they'd get Harry Potter, including the new Harry Potter show that's actively being made. They'd get all that. They get Looney Tunes, which is an IP that Warner Brothers has never. Look, they're buying. Warner Brothers has the best catalog of IP, and it's owned by the stupidest company on planet Earth. So
They should
like
Warner Brothers should be printing money left and right. Like they should be
and
literally
Estelle, 'cause
just
they're in so much debt.
stealing my money, but they're so bad at having a brain that they're like, "Oh, let's just make everything horrible and ruin all of the amazing intellectual properties we have so that people will never want to watch them again." And then when we sell, no one else will be able to make money because they won't like
They will
those
have-
properties.
They have some form of distribution route amount for Lord of the Rings. What kind? Who knows? But they would get the Lord of the Rings movies, by the way, on there. Which seems like there's still even more content that you can release for those. So you could do an extended edition. Somehow there's a deleted scene that's like that's like shot and fully edited, and they were just like, yeah, but it's not in the movie.
Yeah.
So, and there's like hours more of that. So you could do deleted scene.
Yeah, there's like Lord of the Rings theatrical, Lord of the Rings extended, and then like a Lord of the Rings extended director's cut.
Extended.
Where they just, I mean,
version.
dude, they just filmed like 100,000 hours of footage, and then they were like, all right, let's figure out where
There's
the movie's
more
at.
quality in what they cut than all of Wonderman combined. All of Wonderman in Phase 4 and 5 of the MCU combined.
In one unedited scene of Andy Serkis acting as Gollum, literally just in like the suit, no editing in post, just that, better than all of anything released on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Now Warner Brothers is for sale. The big hurdle they'd have to clear is that it would have to get approved by the U.S. government. Which
Why?
the only thing I don't think would get approved is if Disney tried to buy it. The main
of like
thing-
monopolies?
Yes. The main thing that would because they let Disney and Fox go through, I don't really see a reason why Paramount buying. The main thing would probably be CNN. They'd maybe have to give up. They wouldn't be able to have the CNN brand, kind of like Disney didn't have the Fox News brand when they bought Fox. Or the Fox Sports version. I believe they lost both of those. They couldn't. They didn't get both of those because they had ESPN and the other one. So, other than that, like if Disney tried to buy it, I don't think it'd get approved. But let Netflix buy it, they get TNT. I know Netflix has been trying to do some live sports stuff, so they get TNT, which would be. So they don't even have the NBA anymore, do they? TBS. So some college basketball stuff, and this would be first off awful for Hollywood. It's shrinkage. It's one step closer to it literally just being a side project for Amazon and Apple, which is just what's going to happen. I mean, even Paramount is essentially a side project for Oracle, which is, I mean, it's not obviously directly, but Larry Ellison, the money comes from a Silicon Valley company.
Yeah.
Universal technically still exists, although I think they just paid their entire net worth to Taylor Sheridan, so.
Yeah, but a potential $1 billion.
They just paid literally all the money they had to Taylor Sheridan. And then Disney
Don't
is
worry.
obviously the last.
Minions 3 is coming out next year. They're going to be fine.
That'll probably make more money than Superman.
It probably will. That's when
Yeah.
James Gunn Bros will learn about adjusting for inflation across a 1-year gap.
And it won't work. It'll still be less.
It'll still be less because it's 1 year.
Inflation will go down by that point.
It'll be worth less, even less.
That's even funnier to think about.
That's like the funniest thing that could possibly happen is if like inflation just totally
The funniest thing that
reverses.
could possibly happen is if it ends up as the 11th highest grossing movie of the year, which is very possible with Zootopia, Wicked, and Avatar,
Mm.
because that was.
Oh,
the meme
Avatar
was,
is
like,
gonna blow it out of the water.
Well, obviously, but I'm saying it couldn't get down to 11 because the meme was like, it's the 11th highest grossing DCU project since the last 7, where you put all the caveats on to make it.
Mm.
That would be the funniest outcome is if it ends as the 11th highest grossing film of the year. Which actually I will check. If you have anything else you can think of while we're wrapping up, I'm gonna look and see how the box office looks.
I know Demon Slayer has passed like a lot. 99.
Well, it
I know.
passed Superman.
I know it passed Superman. I think we've already talked about it. Demon Slayer's basically passed everything, and it had a lower budget than probably anything in the
Superman
top
is
20.
8. So if those 3 movies, Zootopia, which probably will pass it, and Avatar will probably pass it. So if Wicked can be as popular as it was the first time around, it would end as the 11th.
That'd be
if you count Nausea 2. If you count Nausea 2, which I don't,
but for the official,
but for the 11th,
it would technically be the 11th, which would be unbelievably funny.
Yeah,
for a
number
Superman
1, Nausea
movie.
2, number 2, Lilo and Stitch.
Which is just...
Number 3, a Minecraft movie, one of the worst movies ever. Which is the number 3 at the box office. Number 4, Jurassic World Dinosaur. Number 5, Demon Slayer. Number 6, How to Train Your Dragon. Say, didn't that and Lilo and Stitch, haven't those been out for a while? Yes, but these are the remakes. So
2 live-action remakes of old animated movies.
F1,
made
my favorite
more than
movie of the year, 7th, and then Superman. Superman lost to Cars, Dragons.
If you
Blue
told
Aliens.
me, if you told
Superman
me,
is going to be the first movie to lose out to Blue Aliens twice. Technically multiple movies, because Avatar's going to be number 2. It's not going to beat Nausea 2.
yeah,
I don't think. If it gets over 2 billion again, it's money laundering. I'm calling it. I don't
yeah,
care.
it's like art, like how modern art is
Yes,
like 95%
look,
money laundering.
I'm expecting 1.5 or something like that from Avatar, because it's been a down year at the box office, and maybe people have finally realized that, okay, I don't know if surely these aren't worth $2 billion. If it gets up to 2 billion again, I'm calling for an investigate. UFC, FBI investigation.
Mm.
Something's not smelling right here. Disney's doing something fishy if this Avatar movie gets over 2 billion. I at least better see Instagram glazing as much as they glazed Thunderbolt. I saw
some people reacting to the short bit of trailer that released for Avatar. I saw a lot of people talking about it. So, and that I will say it was literally for one day and then it disappeared. That's the Avatar's it's the best movie ever made. Everybody watched it. Everybody loves it. But the day after we're done talking about it.
It might be the anti-Dune. When you're watching it, you're like, this is the greatest thing ever made. And then you kind of hear, you're like, okay, I don't know that it was as good as the first 2. And then the next day, you're like, bro, I got to go watch the new Avatar movie. I haven't seen it yet. Maybe they Men in Black memory wipe you when you leave the theater.
So you just have to keep
you're
seeing.
leaving the theater, you're leaving the theater, like, real quick, take a picture, and then they neuralize you, and then, that was the most visually appealing thing you've ever seen. Now give us more money, and you're like,
I will be back tomorrow. I love this movie.
That's the trick. We've all been seeing Avatar every weekend.
50
we just
times.
Forget about it. They wipe our memories.
That's where all my money's been going.
They replenish your bank account, though. That's why inflation's
skyrocketing,
printing money.
but Avatar's just making billions.
I hope that Avatar 5, because I think he's making 7 more. I don't know. It's
There's
they're
gonna
making
be
an
5.
insane amount. Bro, I don't blame him. If I'm printing money and he's got to be in there.
Bro, if I make one standalone movie and it makes over $1 billion, I'm like, no, I was planning on making 5. I was planning on it the whole time. Yeah, that's why it took me 13 years to make a sequel.
Bro, do you think James Cameron wrote a movie where unobtainium was the main, and it's the highest grossing unadjusted movie ever, and he's like, I don't have to try, and I can make 2 trillion quadrillion.
Oh, if I write a super simple story, and then I just have really awesome effects, people will just...
change the name. He literally just put unobtainium and was like placeholder for later, and then he forgot about it on the script.
It's like, if I just spend every dollar I have of my budget on visual effects.
He was like describing his fetish, and he accidentally left his text to speech on. He was like, tall blue aliens that use their tails and they have giant tree orgies. And then he was like,
That's not
"Oh, crap, I left
that's
my
not
text."
real, by the way. That's not in the movie.
I'm making a joke. I'm just going. It's like, oh crap! I left my text to speech on.
Oh.
Hey, that's a pretty interesting movie.
Wait, hold on. This is kind of fire. What if it just looked amazing?
All right, let me hire some good people, but I need something for them to try to obtain that they can't get.
What if
I don't know
it
what
was
to call
like
it, so let's call it
something
unobtainium for
like
now.
just something that they couldn't possibly obtain? What would I call such a thing?
It's like unobtainable. I can't think of a name. I'll put
I'll call it unobtainium for now. That's obviously not a real name. I'll come up with something else.
Avatar 3. Now that they have obtained the unobtainium, they gotta go capture Mr. MacGuffin. From the whole plot of the movie is that they have to use
Jake,
Chekhov-
where'd you
they
get
have
that
to use
gun?
Chekhov's
Oh,
gun.
you mean Chekhov's gun?
They have to use Chekhov's gun
To find
they have
a
to climb
MacGuffin.
a mountain. They have to climb a mountain called the Rising Action Mountain.
To get to the climax where they fight the
And
MacGuffin.
at the climax, they use Chekhov's gun to try to find the MacGuffin, and after that, they fall down the action side of the mountain, and they end at Resolution Tree.
Absolute cinema.
It's just like I'm not even writing anything. They just keep eating it up.
I
This
mean-
thing made $7 trillion.
I literally just paid people to make it look cool, and it just made money.
They didn't make it look cool. They just slapped papyrus font on there.
Okay,
We forgot to change the font.
that's the funniest.
We forgot to change the font. It's the laziest thing ever, and it was like it looks cool, and it made all of the money. Dude, okay, I'm in the middle of the Marvel rewatch, but if I take a break, I've got to watch the Avatar movie just to like.
You do.
Bro, it can't be good. But we got papyrus font. It's got these weird tall blue aliens, and they try to get unobtainium. It can't be good.
People like it. Listen, it's a simple story. It looks phenomenal, and it's cool.
Bro,
That's it.
Even all of that combined, I have to like. It's never going to connect in my brain because I wasn't alive when I was alive, but I was young when it came
Agreed.
out. It's never gonna connect in my brain how it made that much money.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen. Yeah, because like Infinity War, Endgame, Force Awakens, all of that, I can easily. There's an obvious jump
Mm-hmm.
as to how it made that much money. It's just never gonna happen with Avatar.
Over
It
a
just
billion
doesn't
off
compute.
word of mouth is kind of crazy.
Off of word of mouth of people probably not even telling the story and going, bro, it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Like they're probably not even sitting there like, bro, it's the most compelling story I've ever. It's literally like it's the coolest looking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
What is it? Number one. Is this adjusted? Number one, Force Awaken. What is this? Lifetime. Oh, this is U.S. Oh, it's domestic. Let me look at the worldwide real quick. Okay, well that actually makes sense. There's a crap ton of China money in here, probably. I've never actually looked at the numbers on it, to be honest, but it made 2.1 billion foreign, and that's probably like it. Okay, so it is money laundering. It's just James Cameron walks up to China and he's like, "This made $2 billion," and they're like, "Yes, it did."
Yep.
It did make that much money. Naja 2 made more though.
As long as Naja 2 makes more, we're cool, James.
In game, is 2, Avatar, Titanic, and then Naja 2. So top 5's getting. Let's start adjusting, maybe. Let's
Naja
get those
2,
out there.
notorious real movie.
Allegedly, it's a movie that came out. It allegedly released. Allegedly, it released in America at some point too.
I don't know that it. I feel like it's exclusively domestic in
It
China.
did. It made $23 million.
In America?
That's so little amount of money. That's
That's
such
no
a
money.
small amount of money. But still, it did release in America. 23 billion. That's 1.16% of the entire box office was domestic.
That's insane.
It's allegedly a real thing. What does it even look like? I've never even. What if I just? This looks like a Bollywood movie. Bro, I'm sorry. This did not. Let me just pull up the tab. We'll just glance at it as we wrap it up. This did not make that much money.
Oh.
That's Clone Wars, bro. They were on Mortis.
Wait, that's what it is?
It's an animated movie.
Yeah, okay, so that's just not real.
Well, that looks kind of cool.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be $2 billion.
No, Avatar. Looks cool. We got to use the justification here.
Yeah,
This
but
one
this
shot looks cool.
this doesn't look that cool though. Every
looks
shot
kinda
from
cool. This
Avatar
shot
looks
looks kinda
cooler. I mean, I pulled it up. The animation is good. This
Let me just look up Avatar. Let me
this
see if
shot
it-
of the
let me see what-
the dragons looks kind of cool. I don't think
Cool,
$2
Avatar.
billion.
Bro, the fact that you look up Avatar and the movie Avatar isn't really even like the main thing that populates the results should tell you all you need to know. It's got to be money laundering because Avatar: The Last Airbender takes up the bulk of it. It's like a mix kind of, but oh, this is so weird looking. All right, so I'm gonna keep ranting about Avatar if I keep looking at Avatar. We should wrap up.
All right, we can wrap up here. That's most of current events. I think Wonderman's
I
gonna
don't
be
know if we missed
garbage.
anything, nor do we care.
We might have. I don't really care. I mean, Wonderman is obviously the biggest thing going on right now.
Oh well, there was a FNAF 2 trailer, but
Yeah, there was a FNAF 2 trailer, but there was already one.
I
And
just don't care.
I
I'm just gonna watch. I'll probably watch the movie maybe, and then I'll be like,
I'll go, that was a movie. That was kind of
Yeah,
fun. I
it
like.
came out. Wow,
I like.
can't believe that released.
I like Josh Hutcherson. That's cool.
Yeah, I'll see the memes.
The meme.
Like, that's how I left the first one because I watched it with Corbett, who's a big FNAF guy. And he was like, "Bro, the greatest thing ever, man." I was like, "That's not even a good FNAF movie, but
I was
whatever."
like, it's not even.
That's a bad horror movie with FNAF characters.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap up here. Thank you guys for watching. I will. This weekend is when I'm actually locking in on Pulp Fiction video. Probably sometime next week. Go check out Caleb's channel. He has a lot of great videos, and a lot of our streams are on there.
Everyone
The Final
will
Take.
be out this weekend at least.
He has a new video coming out this
Whether it be
weekend.
Sunday, Saturday, who knows? It'll be out.
And we will be back on Caleb's channel next Wednesday, same time, same place. Do you have anything else?
Different, not necessarily same time and different place.
Different channel. I mean, all be in the same place at maybe about the same time.
Quite literally, that sentence could not have been more wrong.
Yeah, that couldn't have been more
Very well
confusing.
could be. It could be an hour earlier, and it very well could be. And it's guaranteed to be different place. So
We will be in physically the same space.
Wednesday, yes, we will. Actually, all right.
All right.
Point is, that'll be up. This will be up on Spotify sometime, whenever Jake does it.
It could be today. It could be next Wednesday. We'll see.
Spotify's always same time, different time. Spotify's always
Yeah, it's all.
at a certain time, same place though. So link for that's in
True,
the description,
true.
as well as all of our other links. You can check those out. That's where all the videos, whatever, blah blah blah. Who cares? Subscribe, notifications, whatever. Boom.
All right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week, everybody.